Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, the week before, is it Memorial Day or Labor Day? I get them mixed up. A holiday where we get a 3-day weekend this coming week. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you a successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our proprietary trading indicators, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And we couple that with personalized one-on-one training and sessions like this where we do live trades so that you can follow the thought of a successful trader and replicate it on your own. So with that, let's jump in. We need to listen to this guy first, and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. Again, one of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. Once you are a member, we have a live, in addition to the live trades that I do, we have a live trade at 10 a.m., which tends to be a little scalp trade. Another live trade at 10 p.m., where they're trading the Australian and Asian markets. Typically, they're going for 10 plus pips there. And then it's about continuous training. And in addition to the personalized one-on-one training, we are constantly reviewing things with you to keep you sharp, answer questions, and help you be the best version of yourself that you can. So every Wednesday evening we have an advanced member meeting, and every Saturday morning we've got a back to the basics where we're reviewing the various trade strategies and taking questions. I trade off of a checklist that helps me kind of stay focused and make sure I don't miss anything. Every morning I like to restart my green chart, which keeps the memory on my computer. It refreshes the memory on my computer, and it also picks up any updates that they might have made to the charts. At the end of every day, it is good habit to review the trades that you took that day, and specifically the trades that didn't go as you thought they should, and spend a little time trying to figure out why. Sometimes you may have done everything right, and the trade still didn't go the way you wanted. Last night we took two trades. One on the both closed successfully. One took we took one off the hour chart on the AUD JPY. I was anticipating that it was going to close within 3 hours. It took closer to 6. If we go back and take a look, here's where we were when we took the chart. We took it for 14 pips. And I'll show you the signal in a minute. But basically, it didn't close within the 3 hours that I thought. Kind of went up, didn't hit the stop loss, and then it shot down. We probably got out on this candle, and then it kept going and went down here. And if you recall, one of the things I like to do when I confirm the signal is see what the 2 and the 4 hour are doing. And we were overbought on both. And my thinking is that when we're overbought, even if the original signal doesn't hit when we're looking for it, we'll pick up the trade on when it's overbought. So here I can go back to what we were looking at last night. We were at 16. Actually, we were at 330. Well, we're actually at 330. So let's go to 1550, I think is when we took the trade last night. Yesterday. There we go. So this is what we were looking at. If we follow that, let's see. When the hour changed, this signal weakened up. We took this actually, even though we didn't have the TNTs in our favor, because I liked this so much. So the next hour, the TNTs, the signal weakened. Let's see here. Oops. Why isn't it going ahead an hour at a time? Jump forward. Let's see. Oops. Anyways, I didn't want to do that. Let's go back. And we're going to jump forward an hour at a time. I don't know why we're not getting this here. Let's see. By 1 hour. Anyways, this weakened up, but eventually, since we're overbought here, when these two turned, yeah, it's not. I don't know why it's not jumping, but I don't want to waste time here figuring it out. So, anyways, the point is that we want to go back and kind of take a look at what happened. And there I wanted to show you that I'm interested in figuring out the direction of the move. If I'm wrong and it takes longer for the move to materialize, that's okay. As long as the move goes in the direction that I want. And that's what happened yesterday. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and that's what our indicators are very good at picking up. However, news impacts currency, and we want to know what news items are coming up so that we can trade around them. And the best place to go for that is forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news down into three categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. And it is the red items that I am worried about and want to stay away from, or I don't want to have an open trade when there is a red item coming up, because those red items will cause the pair to jump, or may cause the pair to jump, and it won't be, it'll be independent of what the signal was telling me. I like to be out of a trade 2 hours before the news event. So we are, that would mean we'd be out of it by 7:45. We're at 6:40. So we've got, if we see a USD trade that I think that will close within an hour, we could take it. But other than that, we should skip trading on the USD this morning. The trade, we've got a dozen different trade signals. The one I principally trade off is something called the 10-point signal, which basically tries to get all the charts to line up. And if all the charts line up, all of the three sections, that's a high probability trade. I trade it off of the 1 hour chart. You can trade it off at any time frame, but I like the 1 hour chart. It allows me to kind of get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. I like to have the chart 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes old, so it's got some data on it. And it's worth anywhere between 5 and 35 pips a trade off of a 1 hour chart, because usually you will see the support and resistance on a 1 hour chart is about 30 to 40 pips. And depending on where the price is within the channel, it could be worth between 5 and 35 pips. And I'm looking for ideally 11 pips on a trade. And I want to just get in and get out and go on to the next trade. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got this morning. I am going to trade off of the light 6 major chart. This is a composite chart. It's one of the charts that's in the standard layouts. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour chart. And this first chart is all US based pairs. And I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when these lines are below the oversold line, the market's considered oversold. That's a good time to buy. And the specific time I want to buy is when all the lines are below the red line and pointing up. I don't have that here. The minors are going sideways. The majors are kind of going up a little bit. Ideally, I want to have this green line have crossed over the red line and the gray line over the black, which we have here, but the lines are sideways. So nothing here. Euro USD oversold and going down. Well, the majors are going down, minors are sideways. Pound USD oversold. Minors going down, majors sideways, so I don't really have agreement there. US Canadian dollar. Overbought. Both the majors and the minors are pointing down, so that's a point. And the red line is crossed over the green, and the black line is crossed over the black, so that's a point. That's 3 points there. One for being overbought, 2 for everybody being pointed down, and 3 for the double cross. Steepness on the green line is something I look at. The steepness here is greater than 45 degrees, so I like that. That's a plus. But I don't like that. I'd rather have the majors kind of positioned where the minors are. I'd like it to be a little closer to the blue line entering the channel. because when it's up here, it can hang up. It can hang up here. But I've got 3 points. When I jump up to my TNTs, then I'm going to count how many of the lines here, and each line measures something a little bit different at a different speed. I want to measure how quickly, I want to measure how many lines are supporting the sell signal I have here. So the 2 orange lines are going down, so those are telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related, and so that means that when blue is going up, that means sell. So the dotted blue is going up. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me sell here. I want a minimum of 3 of the 4 lines telling me sell, so that's good. Now I'm going to jump down to the pressure, and on the pressure, I want the lines either going down or I want the red line on top. And the lines are about to cross, but they haven't quite crossed yet. The green line, they're converging, and probably next hour they will cross. And by that next hour, this will pull down a little bit closer. It'll be a little nicer setup. So this is a little premature for me, so I'm going to pass. Dollar Swiss franc overbought. Minors coming down, majors are sideways. USD yen oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross, so 3 points. Green's over and gray's over. The gray is kind of run through the channel. That's okay. The green on the major isn't quite halfway, which is okay. As long as it hasn't quite made the halfway point, I will consider the trade. Another plus here is we're going from less steep to more steep to more steep. There's a slight kink in here where the line keeps getting steeper, so I like that. 2 orange lines. So I've got 3 points here, jumping up to the TNTs. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here, and I have the green line on top. So I have 7 points. 3 here, 3 here, and 1 here. Now, when I see that, what I want to do is confirm the setup by looking at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. Now, our issue here is going to be, do I think we can get in and out of this in an hour? So let's take a look. So that was AUD JPY or USD JPY. And what I want to see is I want to see the 2 hour oversold and the 4 hour oversold. And again, the reasoning for that is if for some reason this delays or weakens, we will get the trade off of the 2 or the 4 hour. It'll just take a little longer to happen. So here, this is a nice signal here on a 2 hour chart. Oversold, everybody's going up. It doesn't necessarily have to go up on the 2 hour, but this is nice. This is it is. But on the 4 hour, it's still telling me down. Starting to go sideways, but this is telling me there's more down in the movement. So I don't have agreement between the 2 and the 4. If it was oversold, if these were down below the red line, even though the lines are going down, I'm okay with that. But since they're in the middle of the channel, I'm not okay with that. So we're going to pass on this. So let's go to the next grouping of charts, which these are non-US pairs. Euro pound, we're in the middle of the channel, a little more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Everybody's going down, but my goal is to catch something at one end and ride it all the way through the channel. AUD JPY oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross. What I don't like about it is that the green line is far away from entering the channel. We've got this big gap here. I'd like it to be just about ready to go into the channel, because once it's down here, it can hang out down here a while. And again, my goal is to get in and out. The other thing I don't like is that it is evening time in both Australia and Japan. I want one of these pairs to be daytime on a 1 hour chart, and the move will take longer if the market isn't active. So the market isn't active now, so we're going to pass on that. Euro Canadian dollar. This was a nice signal had we caught it last hour. It is now almost through the channel, so we're going to pass on it. But last hour, everybody's going down, double cross. We didn't quite have the red on top, but when the green turned, this was nice. So this was a situation where I may have not strictly adhered to the rule because of the steepness of this. When this looks really good, that's enticing, and we had it on the TNTs. So last night we fudged it a little on the TNTs. I'm not as apt to fudge it when the pressure's not in agreement, but when the line kinks like this and it's going down, I will look at the full chart and look at what the 2 and the 4 hour are telling me. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we're more than halfway, and it's starting to kink sideways, so nothing there. Pound yen, oversold. Everybody's going up. We've got the double cross, but this slope on the green line is less than 45 degrees. When it's less than 45 degrees, I'm not that interested. And then when I jump up to the TNTs, you can see a lot of times the slope on this line will translate into what you're seeing up here on the TNTs. Only one of the orange lines are saying buy, and one of the blue lines are saying buy. Dotted blue is saying buy, thick orange is saying buy. So we don't have support. We don't have the 3 out of the 4 that I'm looking for. Euro Australian dollar. Overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. So the 3 points there. I don't mind that the miners have already run through the channel. The green line is kind of right where I want it. It's just about entering the channel. The slope on the green line has gone from less steep to more steep, and it's greater than 45 degrees. So I like that. Thin orange is coming down. 2 blues are going up, telling me sell. So 3 of the 4. And the thick orange is at 0, and it's been at 0 for the last 2 hours. And the red line is crossed over on top. Euro it's lunchtime in Europe at 6, so we're at 1 o'clock or approaching 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock, depending on where you are in Europe. So we've got the setup here. So when we've got the setup, I'm going to go and take a look at the 2 and the 2 and the 4 hour. So we've got a sell on the Euro AUD sell. So let's take a look at what the 2 hour is telling us. Two hours overbought, coming down, and it's actually a nice signal here. I don't need to have the nice signal here. I just want it overbought, but it's a plus that it's got the nice signal. And we just touched overbought, and it's starting to turn. So I like this. So then the next question is, what's the trade worth? And to figure out what the trade is worth, I'm going to pull up a clean chart and put some support and resistance on it and look at what the trend is. So let's do that. And it is Euro AUD. And I'm going to put support and resistance on. Support and resistance are spots where the candles naturally seem to stop. I'm going to crunch the chart up by pulling it together so it gives me more data points to draw the lines on. So I just drop a line and then I'm going to drag it down to where I see some stopping happening. And on a 1 hour chart, these tend to be about 30 pips apart, 30, 40 pips apart. So it seems to stop in here, stop in here, stop in here a little bit, in here, in here. Let's draw another line. Just dropping down here, stopping in here, stopping over here, in here. And the reason I want to know these is because I want to trade within that channel. Since I want to get in and get out quickly, if I know where these like little speed bumps are, it allows me to kind of trade around them. So here we're at 62.38 to 63.02. That's about 60 pips. I really think there should be one more in between. That's a little bit much. So let's see if we can find a spot in between where it seems to stop. So right in here, it seems to stop. Over here, it's stopping a little bit. In here, in here. So once I get a couple lines, and I'm going to unscrunch it so I can see it a little bit better. And I kind of want to see what the trend is. So here we've got an uptrend. Here we've got a downtrend. And here, for the last week, we've it's been going down a little bit, up a little bit, down, up, down, up. So we've been trading between these two channels. So we don't really have much of a trend. Then I want to know, how far do I have from where we are at to this next line? So that is, we got 11 pips down. And how many pips do I have to the other side? 20 pips up. 11 pips down and 20 pips up. Let's go back and take a look at the signal. I'm going to save this and then decide what we want to do. Oh, did I not save it? EUR EUD. Save. Seems like it's pulled back a little bit from entering the channel since we saw it, but we have the kink here. We're going from more steep to less steep. We've got overbought. this was actually pointing down the green line on the 2-hour when we looked at it at first. I'm not necessarily looking for it to point down, but I still like the trade for, let's see. So we're going to take a sell on the Euro AUD. And I like it for, I think we can go right to the line for 11 pips. So you can take that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader 4, we are going to open up Euro AUD. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to find Euro AUD, which is going to probably be in this third group, Euro AUD. And I'm going to make it to a 1-hour chart. So I'm looking at the same thing. And I'm going to go to New Order. In this account, this is a demo account. There's $9,300. So I'm going to make my lot size 0.93. I could make my lot size anywhere from half of that to double that. But if I want to have 2 open trades, this is kind of the proper amount. So I'm going to go sell by market. It records the sell. I'm going to right click on it. Go to modify, left click on that. And it brings up this little chart that allows me to modify the trade. So I'm going to go for 11 pips. So I type 11 in there and add an extra 0 because it's measuring it in points. And then I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3-to-1 here. So if I'm going for 11 pips, I'm going to use a 33 pip stop loss, which is 330 points. Click here and then go to modify. And I can see both my stop loss here, my take profit here. My take profit is within this wick, so I like that. So we took a sell on the EUR AUD with a take profit of 1.62721. That's 1.62721 and a stop loss of 1.63150. Stop loss of 1.63150, and I expect this to close within the next 3 hours. All right, gang, thanks so much for joining me. We will do this again Thursday morning. If you need to get a hold of me or have questions, we are here to help. The best way to get a hold of me is to schedule an appointment. You can try calling, and if I'm available, I'll answer the call. If I'm not, schedule some time with me, and you'll have dedicated time at www.forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. www.forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. If you're interested in learning how to trade, these tools work. They're very accurate. We're going to teach you how to get the most from them, and they've changed my life. They'll change yours. Thanks so much. See you on Thursday. Bye-bye.